And welcome back to Street Switch Photography. I've got another one for you. Gary Neville, the England footballer, chatting shit. So let's debunk it. Let's do this.
Street Switch Photography.
So, Gary Neville, England footballer, is also a developer in Manchester. Multiple properties, multiple developments and things like that. Has been chatting shit on social media about what happened in Manchester. At a synagogue, 2 men were murdered, 2 Jewish men, by an Islamist named Jihad. That was his name. Yes, I shit you not, his name was Jihad. Now, Gary Neville has decided to post a video of his, let's just say, interpretation of what it is exactly that happened. To say this gentleman is quite confused, I would say he's headbutted a few too many balls. Do you know what I mean? Let's take a look and let me know what you think in the comments. Here we go.
House and walking into the office, waking up obviously, seeing the news last night and the news this morning dominated by the horrific attacks within the Jewish community just about a mile from here. And was driving home from Salford City last night. I was driving actually to Salford City. And
we know that Salford City is one of the places that is under investigation about Pakistani grooming gangs. This is one of the ones where it was rife. So let's just bear that in mind.
Down a Littleton Road, seeing 60, probably 50 or 60 Union Jack flags.
Yeah, you played for England, mate. I'm sure you're going to let us know that. You played for England multiple occasions, didn't you? You'd have thought this guy would have been proud of his country, playing for England and everything else, but let's carry on.
And on the way back I went down the parallel road, which is Bury New Road, which has got the Jewish community right at its heart, and they're out on the streets, defiant, not hiding.
Defiant? Defiant. The Jewish people were out on the streets defiant. They've just had 2 members of their community stabbed to death on the most holy day of their year. And they were defiant. What did you want them to do, Gary? Did you want them to throw the knickers in the air and have a party? What did you expect them to do? Set off a few party poppers and go, woo! 2 families have just lost 2 family members, and you walk down the street on your little camera, on your probably the most expensive phone you've ever had, and say that the Jewish community were out defiant. You arsehole.
Hiding or in fear.
Not in hiding or in fear. Are you Jewish, Gary? Do you know what fear feels like, Gary? You moron. They were scared for their fucking lives. You absolute idiot. You have just literally turned everybody against you. Let's see what else he's got to say.
I just kept thinking as I was driving home last night.
I wouldn't do too much of that, mate. I seriously wouldn't do too much thinking. You complete idiot.
Right. That we're all being turned on each other.
So, let's put it into perspective. Jewish synagogues have to have security 24/7. Jewish schools have to have security 24/7. Jewish settlements in Great Britain have to have security 24/7. Why? Because of fears of being attacked by Islamists. That's why they have to have security. And he comes out with this complete and utter tripe. I'm pretty sure the rest of his team was kicking him in the head because it's caused some sort of brain damage somewhere in there, hasn't it?
And the division that's being created.
They have not caused the division. The Muslim community are causing the division here. We're putting these flags up for patriotism. We're putting these flags up, obviously, to be patriot. And you'd have thought of all the people that would know what this actually meant would be him. He's an absolute fucking disgrace. He is a traitor to this country, and he played for England. I'm sorry, but this made me angry, very angry.
Is absolutely disgusting.
And the ones causing the division, as I said before, that will be Islam. The Jews moved into this country. They have caused absolutely no problems whatsoever. They haven't gone flying planes into the Twin Towers. They haven't been going over bridges, cutting people's heads off whilst wearing explosive devices. They didn't kill Lee Rigby. They didn't kill David Anus. They didn't kill loads of people in Great Britain, soldiers, on their own soil, in the name of jihad, in the name of Allah Akbar, in the name of Allah, to become some sort of martyr. This religion is a religion of war. Tell it as it is or keep your gob shut, you moron.
Mainly created by angry, middle-aged...
He's going to blame it on the far right. And...
white men who know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, we do know exactly what we're doing, mate. We're protecting our families. The same as the Jewish community are protecting their families. Christianity and Judaism has been persecuted in this country far too long. And now because they're beginning to push back, we've got idiots like you coming on the internet and spouting your bloody mouth out. Now, whilst I'm for free speech, expect pushback from it, because we've had plenty of pushback for what we've had to receive from people like you. You are now spouting the hate crime. Nobody else. Nobody else is responsible for this. It's people like you that have now got blood on your hands.
Funnily enough, on one of my development sites last week, there was a Union Jack flag put up, and I took it down instantly.
There you go. There was a Union Jack flag put up on one of his sites, and he took it down instantly. This is a man that played for England on multiple occasions. Now, because he's got money and he hasn't got to worry financially about anything and all that lot, and all power to him, he's worked hard for what he's got. But to take the English flag down when you play for England, you fucking traitor. Seriously. What a complete tool. You are kissing Starmer's arse over and over and over again.
And some people might be watching this and thinking, well, Gary, you're not very patriotic.
Yeah, pretty much, because you're not, are you? But I played for England. Are you going to use that card now, are you? Well, red card from me. Anybody else? Red card from me? Yeah?
I played for my country 85 times.
There
I love my country.
Go. He played for his country 85 times. And I wish you effing well hadn't. You disgrace of a human being.
I love Manchester and I love England.
No, you do not. Or is it just that you've got a problem with white British men in general?
But I've been building in this city for 15, 20 years, and there's no...
Yeah, well, what you need to do is get them buildings taken down and move out of that city, don't you? Move out of the country if you don't like it, mate. That British flag is everybody's in this country, but it certainly is not yours. You are a traitor.
No one put a Union Jack flag up in the last 15 to 20 years, so why did he...
Why haven't we? Why haven't we put flags up for the last 15 to 20 years? Maybe because we've been being persecuted by the government, you idiot.
To put one up now, because quite clearly it's sending a message to everybody that there is something you don't like. The Union Jack...
What would that be? What would it be that we don't like? Seeing Jews murdered in the street? You know, these protests going on every weekend calling for global intifada, which means murder all the Jews. From the river to the sea, was that another one? That means basically get rid of the Jews as well, calling for mass genocide, whilst turning round and saying stop the genocide. Maybe it might have something to do with Southport, where 3 beautiful children were murdered. And that was to do with an Islamist. That was a terror attack. And now, obviously, just recently, the attack in Manchester. And he has the gall to release a video like this. Well, I bet you didn't expect it to be called out by quite so many people. It's now all over the internet, isn't it, Gary?
Jack flag being...
Go and kiss your mate Gary Lineker's arse, you plonker.
Used in a negative fashion.
Used in a negative
it's not right.
fashion. Being patriotic is negative. This man is brainwashed. Completely brainwashed.
And I'm a proud supporter of England, of Great Britain,
no, you're not.
of our country, and we're championing it anywhere in the world as being one of the greatest places to live. But I think we need to check ourselves.
No, you need to check yourself. You need to check yourself and what you're saying. You need to start telling the truth, because you're nothing but a compulsive liar. A lefty compulsive liar with plenty of money, a champagne socialist. That's exactly what you are. Getting paid £100 to kick a bag of wind about a bit of grass is exactly what you are. That's all you've achieved in life, if you want to put it like that. You got very lucky, didn't you, Gary? And then you've got the gore to come out and talk about 2 men that were murdered and talk about this in a negative way. Well, it is negative, isn't it? In a positive way, I mean. What about the protests that took place over the weekend outside Whitehall? They were celebrating the death of 2 individuals. They were celebrating. Why do you think there were 500? I think it's 500 arrests. How many arrests were at the Tommy Robinson event, Gary? How many? Was it 28? 13 of which were from the far left? Let's get the statistics right. Let's start telling the truth. Let's not just go on social media and start bullshitting our way through a video that we have absolutely no fucking clue what we're talking about. Considering you live in your little mansion and in your own bubble and in your own echo chamber, and you don't want any cohesive discourse with anybody. You don't want to open any dialogue.
We need to check ourselves and sort of start to think about bring ourselves back to a neutral point, because we're being pulled right and left, and we don't need to be pulled right and left at all. I've always said this about, I played in a football team.
I played in a football team. Did you? No, good for you. Lovely.
A group of people from Manchester, a group of people from Ireland, Wales, Scotland.
Wait for it. Is he going to mention different races and stuff, considering this is nothing to do with race?
But also people from Africa, people from Asia.
Read people like this like a book. They're so easy to dissect. They're so easy to pull to pieces. It just turns to wet paper as soon as they open their mouth.
People from America, people from Europe, and we were a beautiful team, united as one. Brexit has had a devastating impact on this country.
No, it hasn't. Immigration has had a devastating effect on this country. Brexit has never even been implemented, you twat. It hasn't even happened. And now Keir Starmer is trying to take us back in by stealth, to make it easier for him to put forward his Marxist agenda.
And the messaging is getting dangerous, extremely dangerous.
Because of videos like yours.
All these idiots that are out.
All these idiots that are out putting flags on lampposts. Very dangerous. It's very dangerous to raise your own flag in your own country, and these businesses being able to take British money from British jobs and then not want anything to do with Britain.
Out there spreading hate speech.
Spreading hate speech. I take you back to Liverpool and what Keir Starmer was saying on stage at the conference. Calling everybody far right, calling everybody Nazi, calling everybody fascist, calling everybody all the names under the sun, and blaming it all, excuse me, on the far right. So, hate speech, Gary.
In any form, and abuse in any form, we must stop promoting them. We must stop.
Then keep your bloody gob shut. Pretty simple. Common sense you'd have thought. Sometimes common sense does prevail, but in this case, definitely not.
Elevating our voices towards them. It needs to stop now and get back to a country of love.
Of Tony Blair times, maybe? He's the one that's just introduced an AI Prime Minister and helped with it and trying to get these ID cards all over the world because his son is profiting from it massively, the same as he's on the gravy train with the oil and everything else.
Of peace, of harmony, and become a team again.
Now, my opinion on this, no one has to listen to it, but the fact that we've got people like this from the England football team, or the past England football team, which, let's be honest, they weren't that good, coming out with far left rhetoric, because that's where their money come from. This is how they are controlled. This is what they don't live in the real world. They don't live in the real world. If they've got a bill, they just get it paid. They haven't got to worry about anything. The rest of their future and the rest of their family's future is sorted. They can put the protection on for their children. They can send their children to secure schools and everything else, just like the Jews are having to do, by the way. I just think that was absolutely disgusting from Gary Neville. And I think what he should do is basically make a public apology. It's not just going to be me that's done a video about this. It's going to be a lot of auditors. There's going to be a lot of news channels. Obviously, you won't see this on the mainstream media because they won't play stuff like this. Oh, actually, thinking about it, they might, because they do with Gary Lineker, don't they? Watch out for that. Watch out for it. This has been Street Switch Photography on this Well, pretty rough Sunday because it's quite windy. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell to make sure you get my next live video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Street switch authority.
What an idiot.